And welcome back to Golf Weekly. I am joined here by Mr. Chris Tremblay.
Thank you. It's nice to be here again, Daniel.
Head instructor at the Island Golf School, our third partner in this triumvirate. And Chris is also the head instructor at the JPGA, the Junior Players Golf Academy. And we're going to, in this segment, have a little fun. We're going to talk some golf on the local level, and we're going to move more nationally. I got two experts here to help me out. Guys, we featured last week, we had Opie.
Opie was with us last week.
On to talk about the Darius Rucker Intercollegiate at Long Cove. And it sounds like, with the exception of a rainout on Sunday, they had a pretty successful event.
Well, they certainly had 2 good days of weather, and if you look at the scores of the winning team, Alabama, they certainly had it going on pretty good. Their first day total, I believe, was 288, which, of course, taking the low 4 scores out of 5 gives them an average of 72 on that golf course, which is pretty strong. And the second day, I believe their score was 283. So just under 71 around. So they certainly brought their clubs and came to play and certainly produced.
That's good golf.
That is very good golf.
Yeah, and it appears that it was a Northern Irelander who calls Hilton Head home, Stephanie Meadow from Alabama, that won medalist honors.
Right.
It looks like Stephanie moved here when she was 14. And
felt very comfortable.
Must have.
Felt
yeah,
very comfortable.
I would imagine she's seen Long Cove once or twice. She scores of 67-70 for her 5th collegiate win. That's pretty stout stuff.
Shoot 67, you got to have talent.
That's a lot of talent.
I don't care how many times you see the golf course.
That's
if you haven't got talent, you can't shoot 67.
Coming from a former tour player, I would say you kind of know what you're talking about.
Listen, there are people that play good, and there are people that play real good, and she looks like she's one of those real good ones.
Well, speaking of good, it sounds like she's going to be on in June. She's going to be playing on the Curtis Cup.
She'll be representing Europe on the Curtis Cup, the competition where the best lady amateurs from the United States play against the best lady amateurs from Europe. So yeah, it should be a great opportunity for her.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Very.
I just saw here that Mick Potter is the Alabama coach. Mick was when I was at Furman from.
Don't date yourself.
Hard to remember, right? 90 to 93. And Mick was the girls' coach at Furman for probably better half of 25 years, and led Furman to a couple national championships. Dottie Pepper, Beth Daniel. Who else? Betsy King, to name a few. So Furman had some real stars. So Mick is sort of known for producing some real ladies' talent.
Well, he's continued to do it because they, shooting those scores as a team.
Yeah.
Every day.
Very impressive.
Wow. Very good.
So, great stuff, but moving on, staying local, we got a big event coming around here.
Couple weeks.
Yeah, just around the corner. We saved our beloved RBC, which is now, formerly the Verizon Heritage, which is now our RBC Boeing Heritage. How exciting.
Well, it's exciting now also, Daniel, that it's back to being the week after the Masters. That makes it so much easier for the guys on tour, I think, to go ahead and just come from Augusta down to here. And as we saw in one of the most recent Golf Digest articles, that the guys on tour think Augusta's #1 and Harbor Town's #2 for their enjoyment for coming and playing on tour. So I think it'll make it a nice back-to-back combo for them.
That was an actual poll that they did.
Yes, it was.
I attended Media Day last Monday, and Steve Wilmot had actually informed us that they did a poll with the tour players. And no surprise, Augusta's #1. Of all these great golf courses that these guys play in a year, Harbor Town was #2. In fact, Brant Snedeker had showed up for Media Day, and what a classy champion Brant has turned out to be. Just a classy guy, but said that when they found out that we did not have a returning title sponsor, that a lot of the players had called Tim Fincham, and on the tournament's behalf, said, Mr. Fincham, if you don't do something to renew a sponsor there and keep that tournament in Hilton Head, we're gonna boycott. I mean, we're going to do something of great measure to make sure that tournament stays, because they're clearly behind it. It's one of their favorite stops, not only for the players, but their families.
Yeah.
Well, certainly, you go ahead and look at the week they have the week before, playing in a major championship, and all the, I guess for lack of a better term, the stresses that go along with that. Not that they don't deal with them every week, but certainly with a major, it's gone ahead and the volume's turned up for those.
Right.
But coming here, and certainly, the ambiance of Sea Pines, the golf course itself is, it's certainly one of my favorites, if not my favorite.
Yeah.
And they've gone ahead and done a little lengthening of it this year, too, to make it like it needs to get any harder, but certainly to go ahead and make it like on 16. I know we were talking that they'd moved the tee back on the other side of the road.
Yep.
So, so certainly we just need Mother Nature to be good to us this year for another great week.
Well, it's a great time of year. You know, it's hard to get bad weather in spring, so we've had a few weather issues in the past, but yeah, just cross our fingers.
We'll cross our fingers and
hope for
it'll be good.
For a good tournament. Guys, real quick before we have to go to break, let's move into the national level. I don't know if there's ever been more exciting times on the PGA Tour. The Honda Classic this week. Ray, what were your thoughts about that finish?
I'm a big Tiger fan, so I think they're now starting to listen to his footsteps again. He putted good for the first time in a lot of weeks, and he's been hitting it good. And I just think it's good for golf. You got him, you got McIlroy, you got Phil Mickelson, you got Lee Westwood, who had 63, which kind of got overshadowed with his 62.
I'll say, yeah.
And I mean, people, you know, they're just great players. I mean, it's, you know.
I can't remember the last time going into a major that we've really had 4 people, and we're just mentioning those. There could be more that are playing that well.
Right.
Certainly, it should be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, has there ever been a bigger build-up and more palpable excitement leading up to the Masters than this year?
Well, Phil just won a few weeks ago with a great last round. Tiger had a great last round on Sunday.
Yep.
Lee Westwood has been playing very well,
yeah.
And needless to say, Rory lost in the finals of the match play tournament, and then he won this week. And, you know, coming down the last few holes, he did not have his best stuff and still produced. So it shows that even when he's not hitting it great, he can get it up and down and make some putts. Exactly, right.
Or it could have been, they could have been going extra holes.
They very easily.
And, you know, he had more than just that golf tournament. He had Tiger chasing him down, and he had #1 on the line, which is pretty impressive stuff given all that was at stake.
Absolutely.
And we've also got, you know, can't take out the young gun factor with, you know, Kyle Stanley's, the Brant Snedekers, the Keegan Bradley. We're in store for an incredible 2012 major golf tournament
Should be
season.
A big golf year.
It really is. And guys, it's been a great segment. It's a lot of fun talking local golf.
We could stand here and do it for a lot longer.
Local and national. We sure could. Yeah, we could do a whole show on this.
We could.
We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be with Chris, talk some real basic fundamental golf tips. Stay with us.